I remember growing up, I didn't really think seriously about a mission until I was about 16 years old, 15 or 16, and then I realized that in a couple of years I would, that would be an option. That would be what I should be doing. It wasn't about till that moment that the idea suddenly became a reality. And so I decided, okay, I think that's something that I want to do, and I'll plan on doing that. And I came to BYU, went to school for a year, and it's amazing. It's amazing how much you learn preparing for a mission that you didn't know. You didn't know that you didn't know. Just so you can follow the timeline. I went to school for a year. I almost not dropped out of school, but discontinued school. But I decided to stay for school for another year, and that was sort of a mistake. It was sort of like fighting the spirit. I was afraid. I really just wanted to work and prepare for a mission, but my parents were scared of that, and I kind of listened to that voice. Turned out to be a really miserable experience, so follow the spirit. But that's over and aside. But so I went to school for 2 years, and then after my second year, I took a semester off, summer and semester, and I worked, and then I got my mission call for the following winter in 2013. So started school in 2010, and then I went at the beginning of 2013. In that period of time, when I was a freshman at BYU, I began to think a lot more seriously about going on a mission, obviously, since it was coming up so fast. And I saw a lot of interesting things. I saw a lot of people that, I didn't know them that well, but it definitely did not seem that they should be going on missions. And really gave me, gave me pause to reflect and think, why am I going on a mission, or why would I go on a mission? It's definitely not a cultural thing. That's definitely not how it should be anyway, or a tradition. And so I got to thinking about how sure it was something that my parents would want me to do, or that my church leaders were asking me to do. But I began to think deeper and deeper, and how that was just, frankly, not enough. It's not enough motivation to go on a mission. And you can't put your stock in your bishop or your parents, because they're not God. And so eventually I came to this realization that, and growing up where I was, realizing that the ward that I grew up in and the place that I grew up in did not represent everywhere else in the world where the church was. And I was thinking about what really unified the church and made the church what it was. And I finally came to this realization that everything in the church, from how it started to where it is now, is entirely and wholly based on modern revelation and prophets. And I came to this conclusion that I didn't know what to expect for a mission. I had no idea what to expect, but I believed it was the right thing to do, and I believed that a prophet was called of God, and he was asking us to do it, asking me to do it. And in time, I think I later made the connection that, really it's Christ who instructed the prophet to do this, but at the moment it was, I have faith that there's a living prophet, and I'm going to do what he asks. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to put my faith here. And so that was really what motivated me to do that, because I definitely was not going to go for my parents or for anybody except myself or God. For God, I guess. That, I feel like, was a really important realization or reflection, because you need to know why you're doing what you're doing. You you can't just go into things blind. You need to be prepared.